Yo, what's up, my good people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Ismail. I am the host on Off Record with me, Ismail Ajat. Okay, so yeah, normally I have a jar with me and I'll choose a topic from the jar, and that's what we'll speak about in the video. But today, I just felt like this is something I've been wanting to address, something I've been wanting to speak about. So like I decided let's do a video on that. I'm also inside because like I don't feel like sitting outside today. I feel like just chilling in my room. So I'm gonna record a video from here. So yeah, to start off, the topic for this video is the difficulties I've experienced as a gay person. Yes, things I've experienced from the beginning until now as a gay person, a gay individual, right? This involves exes, this involves other strangers, that type of thing. So, yeah, this is just a personal experience video. So, to start this video off right, I don't expect anyone to feel pity for me. It's just something I want to speak about, and yeah, I don't expect pity. I just expect likes and views and like leave a comment, man. Like that's yeah. Don't tell me, oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I went through it already. Like it's fine. I'm strong. I'm a soldier.
To sacrifice my own life for Pakistan.
So we'll start off with things I've learned, right, being gay, and things I wish someone like taught me. And I know it's impossible, but I wish I had like a gay mentor or something, like you know how straight people have like their group of people who will help them through certain shit in their life. Like I wish I had a gay mentor that was like, okay, don't date a guy that's on the DL because he's a prick, or don't date a religious guy because yeah, that's just that type of thing. So yeah, let's start off with how I found out I was gay, or how I first knew. We'll start off in primary school, right? Mind you, back then, the internet wasn't like really accessible for everyone, so I didn't have access to the internet. And like, I think I only gained access to the internet in like grade 8. Yeah, oh yeah, grade 8. Grade 8, I gained like access to the internet, and I knew about like data and like everything else. I know it's a little late in life, but like yeah. Before that it was like, oh no, even before that, I think grade 7, guys. Well, anyways, it doesn't really fucking matter. But yeah, so I think I always knew I was gay, right? I always knew I was gay, but it never I always thought that there was only like gay and lesbian, right? I didn't know there's bisexual and pansexual and transgenders and all of this back then. I didn't know about all of this, right? So I was like, okay, like there's gay and lesbian. Gay is when a boy likes a boy. Lesbian is when a girl likes a girl. That's what I knew. And like a lot of my friends were always girls. They were always girls. Most of my friends were always girls. I had a handful of guy friends because I just felt more comfortable around girls, you know. I always felt more comfortable around girls, and with guys it was just like I didn't really feel that comfortable. So like I wouldn't keep a lot of guy friends. So it was just like, okay, cool, that type of thing. Girls are my friends. So I was like, okay, sharp, you know, I knew deep down inside me I was gay,
That's right, Cindy. I'm gay.
right? But I never ever thought about it a lot. It was like, I'm just a kid, man. I'm living my life. There's bigger things to worry about in this world, and being gay is, like, right now is not one of them. There was toys, and there was playing with your friends outside and running in the streets back then. But yeah, besides the point. Then I got to high school, right? And in high school, that's when I learned about Googling and, like, that type of thing. So eventually, like, I I started having identity crises, like, in high school, where it was like constant change. Like, I always wanted change in the way of dressing a certain way, in the way of my hair being a certain way, in the way of my friends being like, choosing my friends. Like, I always wanted change, like, constantly. And I remember Googling the one time, like, gay test. I think this is something every gay person does. And by gay, I mean like the entirety of the community, the alphabet gang, right? I feel like it's something everyone does, or something everyone did, where it's like you go on Google, you search gay test, and a whole bunch of things will show up. And it's like you click on the first link you see, and it's like the link, it takes you to this website where it's like, measure how gay you are.
When I first realised I liked Charlie, I cried at an Am I Gay quiz.
I did that multiple times, to see, and it would tell me, like, and that's when I also learned that there's pansexual, bisexual, transgenders, da. And you go into the spiral of not knowing who you are, right? And I feel like you grow up hiding who you really are, because you're too scared to come out, you're too scared to tell people that, listen, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm bi. Like, it's a very scary thing. But anyways, so, like, I did multiple MI gay tests, and I know it sounds so stupid, but it's like something that I thought worked. And most of the time it would tell me you bisexual. And I was just like, okay, so I like girls and boys. And that was still the time of me figuring out who the fuck I am. And yeah, like, I would constantly go down this road of, like, doing one of those things. And eventually I was like, okay, I'm bisexual. And when I was comfortable enough, I told a few of my friends, and yeah, they were cool with it. They didn't judge or whatever. And I feel like when it eventually gets out, because sometimes the people you think are your friends aren't really your friends, you know. And it eventually did get out that I was bisexual at school, and people would, like, bully me and shit. I got bullied, guys, like, in primary school. I think high school was like when I had enough, and, like, I started fighting back and shit like that. But anyways, um, yeah, that's besides the point. You get bullied when you're gay. I guess you get bullied for anything and everything nowadays, but, like, I think I got bullied mainly because I was gay and my friends were girls. I remember the one time some stupid asshole asked me, am I transgender? And I said to him, do you even know what transgender is? Like, I told him off. But anyways, yeah. So I went down the spiral of, like, not knowing who I was until grade 11, when I officially, like, said to myself, I'm gay, I like men, like, I like guys. And it wasn't until 2023 that I came out, right? But being gay, like, being me, I've learned so much. It's taught me so much. It's like I learned that, you know, it's very difficult to figure out who you are. I wish I had someone to, like, guide me through that, help me figure it out, teach me, different things, you know, and it was this constant thing of, I always used to lay in bed at night and I would think to myself, but why? Why did God make me this way? Like, why was I chosen to be this way? And up until today, I still believe that God made me this way, so there's no way you can send me to a fucking conversion camp like some people are doing, sending their kids to conversion camps, hoping that they come back straight. Like, you can't change who they are, you can't change who I am. I'm gay, so like, that's that. So, like, it was a constant thing of I used to cry and I used to say to myself, like, why the fuck am I like this? Like, I want to die. That type of thing, It was difficult figuring out who I am, who I wanted to be. I had identity crises, like where I would change my hair color, like I would try and change my appearance, like that type of thing. And I'm so proud to say that I love who I've become today. I love that I'm comfortable in my skin. Like, they say dudes can't like Hello Kitty. My nigga, I like Hello Kitty. They say dudes can't wear pink. I like the color pink. Like, they say pink is for girls, blue is for boys. No. A girl can like green if she wants to. A girl can like dark blue if she wants to. Like, a boy can like pink, he can like purple. Like, what's the problem? Why are we living in a world like this where it's like color is now for girls and for boys? Like, my favorite color is orange, guys. Very weird color, but yeah, I love orange. Anyways, so I would cry and I would say like, why am I gay? Like, you know, and it was a constant thing of shit, man. Like, you know, I had to find comfort in myself. I had to constantly remind myself, hey, you're doing well. You're okay. It's okay to be who you are, you know. And like I started following different creators like Brentman Rock, and I love who he is. He's so comfortable being himself, you know. I follow like other like uh actors and actresses and whatever it is who's, you know, comfortable in their skin. And it was just a constant thing of trying to find myself, trying to figure out who I am, trying to figure out if I'm enough, you know, because living as a gay person is very difficult. Um, and it taught me to be super strong. Like, I'm able to take shitty comments because I've always experienced it where it was like someone once told me I'm gonna burn in hell for being gay. Someone once told me it's not right. Someone once told me your family should disown you, you know? And for me, it was like, how do you have so much hatred that you can tell someone that, like, in your heart and soul, that you can tell someone that, like, the only person who's allowed to judge is the person, well, is the one who created us. That's the only person who can judge me and anyone else. And literally, now I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I don't give two flying fucks what anyone says about me. If you have something to say about me, come up to me, say it to my face, so I can give you a clap and a half. Because one thing I'm not gonna do is take disrespect. Like, keep your shitty comments to yourself. Simple. That's me. Like, keep your shitty comments to yourself. I don't walk around and parade that I'm gay. So I don't expect people to come up to me and tell me, oh, you're gonna burn in hell, da 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 da. No. Like, if anyone knows me, they've seen how I dress, they've seen how I act. Like, I'm not one to parade that I'm gay just because I'm gay. And that's something that pisses me off, like, about the community. It's like the entitlement that comes with being gay, lesbian, queer, whatever you are. So, like, I just feel like it took a lot to get where I am right now. You know, it took exes trying to bring me down, trying to break who I was. People are evil. Like, people are evil. And another thing that I hate is these niggas, right? They, the religious ones, right? They gay, right? But they're on the DL. Mind you, right? I'm gonna tell you a story, guys. There was this Muslim bro, right? I'm not gonna mention his name. I won't do that, shame. Ugh, let's get comfortable. So, it's just, there was this Muslim guy, right? That I was speaking to. Okay? I was speaking to him. Married, right? Like, he slid into my DMs. I found out he was married. He had kids. And I was like, you gay and you married with kids. And mind you, nigga tells me, right? Nigga tells me, no, um, I just wanna try new things with you. So I said, don't come try new things with me here. And I said to him, I'll find who your wife is and I'll message her and tell her what you're doing. And I was like that just blew my mind, because it was just like, how can you do that to someone? Like, how can you be gay, marry a woman, have kids with her, and then try and cheat on her with a nigger? No, you. I was like so disgusted, because I was like, how in your right mind can you do that to someone? I hate, hate, hate people like that.
I hate, hate, hate.
People who's gay and they ruin a woman's life. They ruin a woman's life because they insecure to come out. Don't marry anyone in that case. Don't marry anyone in that case. Don't ruin someone else's life just because you scared to fucking come out the closet. No. Then there was another dude that straight up told me, a friend of mine. Well, we're not friends anymore because he's a puss also. But he straight up told me, no, I don't date guys. Like, I don't date guys because my family is against it. And what would that do to them? Then he's like, I'm gay, but I'm gonna marry a woman and have kids with her. But I'll still do what I need to do on the side. And I was like, you are a fucking disgrace of a human being. I said, like, how can you do that? Like, just come out of the closet. If your family disowns you, they disown you. But why would you ruin someone else's life? You know? And I was like, cease, cease. The religious ones, guys, are the ones that, yo, I despise. Like, I hate when you ruin someone else's life for your own benefit. And I've experienced it where it was like married men sliding into your DMs and they're like, you know, they just want to experience something. Go experience something with someone else. Sis, not me. I'll tell your wife and out you. Like, yo, guys, the world we live in, shame. Because I believe that if something bad happens to you, you should never ever, like, let's say for instance, you get abused, right? If you get abused, don't go into your next relationship and abuse your current partner. You know, that's what I believe. If your ex hurt you in a way that is unforgivable. Don't forgive them, but don't go into your next relationship to hurt that person. Go in for a fresh start. Or don't get in a relationship if you feel like you're gonna hurt that person. You know? Simple. It's not that hard. So yeah, I don't even know if I went off topic, but like, yeah, I just feel like being gay taught me so much. It taught me that you should always love yourself. You should always like protect yourself because not everyone has your best interest at heart. Friends, family, like you name it. I've experienced shit even with friends who they're not my friends anymore because I cut people off like I change my underwear and that's every day. But I've cut people off because it's just like they'll be nice to you in like and then they'll speak shit about you behind your back, you know. Like guys, there's bad people out there, so you need to always look out for yourself. Find good friends, find good company. Like make sure the people that's in your circle are people you trust with your life. Because if you have shitty people in your circle, trust me, it's gonna go down in flames. And I've learned this the hard way being gay. Like I've learned so much shit. Like I can't even comprehend half the shit I've learned. It's like in the gay community, hookup culture is a thing. You have to be good looking in order to be with someone else. Like it's fucking stupid. Like, you know, no one is ever in this community. No one is ever looking for love. Everyone is looking for a hookup. There's a handful of people who's genuinely looking for love, who's genuinely looking for someone that they can live the rest of their lives with, you know? And then you get these nonsense people, these rubbish people who's out here only looking for a bump and a vibe. Cease. Cease. That's one thing I hate. Another thing I hate. DL men. The ones that's on a down low. I wish I had someone that could have told me, don't ever date someone that's on the down low. And people are gonna come for me, shame. Come for me. I have a gun. But yeah, DL niggas, shit people, don't date them. This is advice for like for all the young gay people who still learning about themselves. Don't date DL people. Don't date someone that's still in the closet. If you still in the closet, ah, just stay single. Stay single. If you're still young, because you're not ready to deal with all of that shit. Like, I understand you have to learn it, but yeah, I am trying to guide motherfuckers. Like, guys, like, I'm not trying to make you scared or I'm not trying to whatever, but I'm just trying to give you a perspective. And I understand not everyone will have a bad experience, but trust me, there's one nigga out there who's plotting your downfall. But you need to be strong and you need to be smart enough to see through that shit. So, for the youngings, the young gay people who still learning about themselves, don't date a older man. Don't don't do that shit. Don't hook up with anyone. You'll die. Don't hook up with anyone. Don't date a man who's on the DL. Don't date someone who's not out of the closet. Be smart. Because I've learned the shit the hard way. Like, I've learned and I've experienced fucking toxic people. I've seen toxic people. So my thing is just, yeah, like, be smart. Because it's it's easier said than done, but just be smart. I understand you young, you want to experience being gay, you want to have a story like Heartstoppers, or you want to have a story like Love Victor or Love Simon, or you want to have a story like Young Royals, that type of shit. But that's not reality. That's not reality at all. Reality is you getting AIDS because you want to hook up with other people. Reality is you dying because of that AIDS. Reality is you want to be with an older man. He's gonna finish you, my guy. Don't do stupid shit. Like, be smart. And I'm glad I learned shit. And I'm glad I didn't do shit that made me feel uncomfortable. I'm glad that I didn't hook up with random strangers. I'm glad that I'm scared to get fucking AIDS. Because what even is that? Like, that's why, that's one of the things I think that scared me the most. Knowing that you can get AIDS from hooking up. And guys, there was this story, right, of a guy who had AIDS, right? He was gay, but he was so selfish that he went around giving other gay people AIDS. And these people were dying because of it. Go on TikTok, you'll find the stories. That's why I'm so glad that I was so fucking scared to hook up with random people. Hooking up with randos, like downloading Grinder and hooking up with any rando on there. You need to be safe. Literally, if you look at the news or go onto TikTok and search, there's a group of guys that were on Grinder killing gay people. So you need to be smart. Like, it's just shit you need to take into consideration. You need to be smart. And yeah, I am giving you this advice. Take it if you must. But it's just like, yeah, I am so glad that I learned what I learned. So that is my perspective of being gay, the hardships. Like, there is very good things that come with being gay, finding a community, finding people who support you, other people who can relate to you. There are good things, but this was like negative things, sure, but it was just to give you a perspective of what's reality. Because on TV, they won't show you reality. You need reality from another person in real life, in their perspective, their opinion, how they experience shit. So, yeah, that's what I have to say for today's video. That's what I have to share for today's video. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.